Ladies and gentlemen, again welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Gashi Skyman. Karibu. Man Stivo, Uncle Stivo, KALONZO Musyoka has moved in very fast and has formed a coalition known as the Solidarity Party, and others are calling it Solidarity Alliance, but they have not agreed on the full name, but they have adopted the name Solidarity. In this formation is KALONZO Musyoka as the head, and other principals include Mwangi Wairia of the Usawa Party, Wajakoya of the Roots Party, and Eugene Wamalwa of DAP Party. And this is what KALONZO intends to do to win the election of 2027. But my concern with KALONZO Musyoka is that he is not including ODM. When you look at that number, when you look at those principles, hakuna mtu kutoka ODM abaye tunamuona pale as a principal. I would have expected somebody like Wycliffe Obetsa Oparanya awe pale, na mtu kama Babu Owino, na wengine pale, hata Orego naweza kuwa pale, au watu wengine ambao kama Opiyo Wandayi wanaweza kuwa pale katika ule muungano. And I want to say this very clearly, that this Solidarity Alliance is weak from whatever angle you look at it. There is no way KALONZO Musyoka can form an alliance from Azimio without including ODM, because all said and done, what KALONZO is telling us that if you be given the ticket, he is going to take any of those principles as his running mate. He's either going to take Mwangi Wairia, Eugene Wamalwa, or Wajakoya. I have no problem with that, but I think he needs to have a broad mind. He needs to have a broad coalition. And in any case, I don't see anything wrong with Azimio. So, what does this tell us about KALONZO Musyoka? Number one, in my view, ni kwamba KALONZO Musyoka sees a situation where Raila is not going to support him. And you see, when you talk of Raila, we are talking about ODM. And when you talk about ODM, we are talking about Raila Amolo Odinga. So you see a situation where this formation is going to exclude ODM. And I can say it will be very, very hard for KALONZO Musyoka to win the election without Raila Amolo Odinga or without ODM. Number two, in my view, whether KALONZO ana habari abazo hatuna, maybe he knows that Raila Amolo Odinga may form an alliance with William Samoei Ruto. Maybe he knows that come 2027, Raila whether akamuunga mkono William Samoei Ruto. Otherwise, how do you explain this formation without Raila Amolo Odinga? Number three, in my view, is that when you look at KALONZO, utaona kwamba he still hope to get votes from Mount Kenya through Mwangi Wairia. And I think he needs to include people like Peter Munya. He needs to include people like Martha Karua, because how can you ignore Martha Karua? How can you ignore Martha Karua, of all people, who has been on the trenches? Number three, in my view, when you look at these people who are in the Solidarity Alliance, there is one thing in common. Most of these people are what I would call average politicians. Average meaning that they are not high voltage politicians like Babu Owino. They are not high voltage politicians like Raila Amolo Odinga, Orego and the likes. Kwa hivyo ukichunguza kwa udani utakubaliana nami ya kwamba these people have almost the same character. So KALONZO went for characters who look like him, whose approach to politics ni kama zake. Kwa sababu ukiangalia mtu kama Eugene Wamalwa, a very good guy, youthful, energetic, but you will not compare him with Babu Owino. You won't, from all angles. If you look at Wycliffe Oparanya Obetsa Oparanya, vile vile utaona kwamba ana umaarufu mwingi sana kule sehemu za magharibi mwa Kenya, from western. And this one also tells you that we are likely to see many other formations. Maybe Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is feeling that Raila, after going for the chairman of the African Union Commission, he is likely to leave that position and come and vie for the presidency. So this one tells you that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is seeing a situation where Raila will come and compete with him. And this one is very, very clear. And maybe this is what Raila wants. Because listening to Raila Odinga, you see a man who is not going anywhere. You see a man who is not leaving the local politics. You see a man who will be transversing our country even when he's heading the African Union Commission. You see a person who is still going to have the grip of ODM. You see a man who is going to determine how ODM is going to operate. Kwa sababu kama sivyo, basi unaweza kusema kuna mambo mengi ambayo yanamfanya Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka awe pale. And again, we can also deduce that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, with his formation, can also decide to work with William Samoei Ruto. In politics, anything is possible. In politics, never rule out anything. In politics, the devil is not something that you can rely on, because there's a lot of trickery, there's a lot of betrayal. What matters in politics is interest. What matters in politics is winning. What matters in politics is what you are getting. What matters in politics is the numbers. So anybody who brings numbers is welcome in any formation. So when I look at this Solidarity Alliance, I see a move that is geared towards 2027 general election. I see Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka declaring that nothing will stop him from leading the opposition. Nothing will stop him from vying for the presidency. Na hapa kwa udani vile vile ukiangalia utakubaliana nami vile vile Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka anajichukulia, because anajichukulia yeye mwenyewe, and I think Azimio should sit down, and here I would call even Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to join his party, his coalition, and bring order and bring sanity and bring direction, because direction is very, very important here. Because I don't see because in politics, one rule that helps many people to win, and I think this one was employed by William Samoei Ruto, is gather all, scatter none. Gather all, scatter none. Walete wote pamoja bila kutega hata mmoja. But sasa ukiangalia hapa utaona kwamba Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka anajaribu kutega ODM. Ukiangalia Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka anajaribu kutega wale watu kutoka sehemu za Luo Nyanza. And I think if I were Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, I would even try to bring people like Matiang'i, because I strongly believe Matiang'i can make a very, very good leader, whether a president or a deputy president. These are the kind of people who would attract the attention of the public. These are the kind of leaders who would give you votes. These are the kind of people that actually watu wakiona pale watajua kweli these are the people we can trust. But now ukichunguza vile vile utakubaliana nami ya kwamba Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka think tank need to broaden its mind. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's communications team also need to come up with a way that they are going to relay the information. Lakini sasa tukianza kugawanya hivi, basi ni kusema kwamba baadhi ya vyama vitakufa, vingine vitazaliwa, na only time will tell, because I told you that before 2027 the politics of this country is going to take a very, very different direction, and already it has started. I don't know what you think. Do you think Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is doing the right thing? Do you think he can win the elections without ODM? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Because that is my take. I could be right, I could be wrong, but in most cases we are right. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.